All right. Want to say all praises be to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, were elders of great millstone who rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren, Akim out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked and evilous empire. So this is going to be a video going into the world is on fire. You understand? Why is the world is on fire? Why is there turmoil across the four corners of the globe? Because we live in a time of Yahweh Shai's second return, the Son of God's second return, man. You understand? That's why the world is on fire. That's why we have all of these things and prophecies popping off, man. Because these prophecies must come to pass. Chaos around the earth, wars and rumors of wars, pestilence, natural disasters. Main one, RFID chip, which is Revelation 13:16, the mark of the beast, and this World War III, man. You understand? Culminating in nuclear exchange, man. That's why you have Russia there in the West, you know what I mean? To touch a button, man. Russia is there in the West, there in America to touch a button. You know what I mean? To bust a grape, man. You understand? And this is beautiful, man. The world is on fire, man. Economic collapse. That's a main thing of the end times too, man. This economic collapse, hyperinflation, man. That's really gonna be one of the main catalysts to bring in what? The chip, man. Because the chip is what? Gonna be a new digital currency monetary system, man. You understand? So this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 1. One to the Babylon and Asia. Modern day Babylon is what? America, man. That's why America going through all of this turmoil, man. Political crisis, man. Democrats versus Republicans. Racial crisis, man. You know what I mean? Even gender wars, man. Feminists against men, man. Because men and women are at odds here in the Western world, man. You know what I mean? One to the Babylon and Asia. Asia, man. Over there in the Eastern Hemisphere, man. You know what I mean? China, Japan, India, even the Middle East region. As Asia represents really the Orient, man. That whole Eastern region, man. From the Middle East down to Japan, man. You know what I mean? Sri Lanka. Hey, see what's going on in Sri Lanka, man? All hell breaking loose, man. And Sri Lanka is coming to a city, a country, a town near you, man. And it's not only Sri Lanka, man. Sri Lanka is probably like one of the worst cases thus far. But hey, you look at Pakistan, Turkey, you know what I mean? Here in Babylon, there in Europe, man. They're going through all type of political and economic turmoil, man. Inflation. You understand? Woe be unto the Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. Why is all of these things coming to pass, man? Because what? The destruction of the rulership of the powers that be of this world is coming to an head, man. You understand? It's coming down, man. That's why, just like a woman in labor pains, birth pains, man, before the baby come out, same thing, these labor pains are birth pains until Yahweh Shai crack them clouds and start subduing the kings of the earth, man. You understand? His sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? Kind of sword is sent upon you, man. Destruction, death is sent upon you, man. The angels have been given order to what? Send death, man. And only more death and destruction is coming, man. As more prophecies, as the angel is given the word to unleash more plagues upon this earth, man. You know what I mean? To move in the minds of the kings, to stir up wars, man. To go down in the valley of Yehoshaphat, the Middle East, man. For Israel to attack Iran, man. All of these things are boiling up, man, coming to an head. You understand? And it's beautiful, man. The world is on fire, man. The world is a burning building, man. And we're looking to be rescued out of it, man. We're not looking to be ingratiated or seeking a place in this world, man. We're looking to be rescued out of this world. You understand? Verse 4. If fire is sent among you, who may quench it? Kind of fire is sent among you, who may quench it, man. And that fire is coming via nuclear exchange, nuclear warfare, man. Because these nations are going to shoot missiles on America, and America going to shoot back too, man. Because America has some shit too, man. America has the second most nuclear stockpile, man. So don't think these other nations is going to go get away scot-free, man. America is going to blast off too, man. America have what, the second most nuclear weapons, man. So you don't know. That's why we call it what? That's why the scriptures call it, wow, the third war, man. You know what I mean? The second war has passed and the third war coming quickly. That third was that third world war, man. And it's a world war. So across the four winds of the earth, war is going to be going on, man. Destruction is going to be going on, man. And there's going to be main pockets, main cities where that nuclear destruction is going to be felt, man. Cities like, well, we know Babylon is going to be wiped out, but Moscow, London, Paris, all of these places are going to be wiped out too, man. Main cities, Shanghai, you know what I mean, Beijing, all of these places, America going to bust back at, man. North Korea, man. Iran, you know what I mean? All of these places, America is going to shoot missiles back at them, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be beautiful, man, to see these heathens take out each other, man. Under the mind control of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is really controlling these heathens, man. Mind control. This is the book of Luke chapter 12, verse 49. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. I am come to send fire on the earth. What will I if it be already kindled? So Yahweh Shai will come back in the midst of that thermonuclear exchange, man. To finish off the kings of the earth, man. To finish off the armies of the earth. I stand to establish the kingdom of Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash. To establish the everlasting kingdom of Israel. You understand? So back in the book of 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 4. If fire is sent among you, and who may quench it, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So ain't no driving away these plagues, man. You know what I mean? The economic collapse ain't no driving it away, man. You know what I mean? The racial riots, man. The class riots that is to come, man. You understand? The wars and rumors of wars, man. Ain't nothing driving those things away, man. Ain't nothing driving away the end time prophecies. You think Russia is going to turn back from Ukraine, man? No, man. Russia is on the march forward, man, to reestablish Gog and Magog's territory, man. Let's get that, man. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38. Chapter 38, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And I think the apostles was going into this precept, man, and showing you how Russia is the chief prince, man. That's actually what the word Russia means, man. Something to that effect, man. Chief prince, man, in the Hebrew. You know what I mean? So Russia is fit this prophecy, man. And when you go back to the ancient maps, Russia encompasses the land of Gog and Magog. You understand? Ezekiel 38, man. And say, thus say the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. The Lord is against Russia, man. But the Lord is using Russia to fulfill his prophecy. But the Lord is not favored with Russia, man. He just using Russia for its purpose to take out the beast, man. You know what I mean? That's why, when you go into Revelation, it said the feet was as bear's feet, man. Which meaning what? Russia is the end. Russia is going to be the end of Esau's empire, man. You know what I mean? Russia is going to be the one to take Esau out of power, man. They're going to self-destruct themselves, man. Stupid Russians. As the Lord's against you, man. Against you. You vodka drinking demons, man. You know what I mean? We like you though, man. But hey, the Lord's against. Well, we don't like you. We like the fact what you're going to do, man. You know what I mean? Because you like amongst the toughest of the Edomites, man. You Russians, man. You understand? But you going into captivity too, man. You shall not escape the captivity, man. You understand? And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Can't put hooks in their jaws, man. Why? Because Russia fell, man. You know what I mean? The Soviet Union fell, man. What is 1990? You can look at the fall of the Soviet Union. Let's look that up real quick. The fall of the Soviet Union. The USSR, man. 1991, man, the dissolution of the Soviet Union, man. Because the Soviet Union was big as hell, man. They had countries like Georgia, Kazakhstan, Ukraine was in there, Belarus was in there. Poland, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was part of the Soviet Union at one point, or part of that Eastern Bloc. A lot of countries, the Soviet Union was huge, man. You understand? And what does the Soviet Union stand for? The Soviet Union, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, man. You understand? The whole Eastern Bloc of Europe at one point. But that thing fell, man. The Soviet Union fell in 1991, man. Which the fall of the Berlin Wall was kind of like the catalyst to spur the downfall of the Soviet Union, man. You know what I mean? The Soviet Union fell, man. And Vladimir Putin himself said that was one of the saddest moments in history for him, man. For Vladimir Putin. You understand? That's why since he took power in the year 2000, he been seeking to what? Re-establish the Soviet Union, man. And that's exactly what he's doing with taking over Ukraine, man. Taking over Crimea. Taking over parts of Georgia, man. You know what I mean? Taking over what these former Soviet republics, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Belarus is basically a proxy for Russia, man, when you go into the geopolitics, man. So Belarus is basically part of Russia, man. So after Ukraine, what you have? Places like Moldova, places like Poland. That what? That bear is gonna head steaming forward, man. Because they're crushing them Ukrainians, man. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time before the whole thing fall, man. You know what I mean? But hey, that's the prophecy, man. Russia getting back into what? The old Soviet Union spirit, man. Because they fell, but they most are putting hooks in their jaws to what? Come back, man. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful, man. Because we've seen the culmination, man, of what? The building back of the Soviet Union to take on the whole, man. Take on Babylon the Great, man. To burn her with fire, man. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to see, man. You understand? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, all of them with Shield, Gomer, and all his bands. The house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. So all type of different nations are in league with Russia, man. You know what I mean? The names of Persia, which Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, these different nations, man. Togarmah, which is Turkey, man. You know what I mean? Because Turkey is a part of NATO, but Turkey really plays both sides, man. You know what I mean? Turkey is a what? a hopscotcher, man. You know what I mean? Because they really like the cast outs on NATO, man. They're in NATO, but hey, the countries of the West don't really like Turkey, man. You know what I mean? So it's easy to see Turkey joining bands, man, joining alliance with Russia, man. You know what I mean? So hey, all of these nations are gonna come up against the beast, man. Come up against the whole, man, and burn her with fire, man. You know what I mean? But the Most High just everything is falling into play, man. You know what I mean? The Most High is making chess moves, man. The dominoes are falling how they should, man. You know what I mean? And this thing is gonna be a ripple effect. And it's gonna be beautiful to see, man. Hey, this production and the Most High is putting together is gonna be is beautiful to see, man. Beautiful to witness, beautiful to live. Hey, like the apostles always say, man, we live in the greatest time in history, man. You know what I mean? That's what we live in, man. The greatest time to be alive, man. You have to be on fire for this truth, man. Fire to see the downfall of this kingdom, man. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure can. So these things has been set in stone from ancient times. This prophecy was written thousands of years ago, man, about Russia, about the mark of the beast, about the end times, man. That's what is coming to pass now, though. You know what I mean? Coming to pass in full effect. You understand? And it's going to be a beautiful thing to see, man. To see the culmination and the coronation of Yahweh Shai, man, as King of Kings, Lords of Lords, when he overthrew the heathens, man. You know what I mean? When these heathens durst fight against his second return, against him and the angels' second return, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see him smash them, man, while the world is on fire, man. You know what I mean? The world is on fire, man, and it's only going to intensify, man. It's going to turn into what they call it, a blaze. It's only going to keep going, man. The prophecies are like oil, man. You know what I mean? Gasoline, man. You You know what I mean? As more prophecies come to pass, the fire gets bigger, man. And bigger and bigger, man. Until the return of Yahweh Shai, man. So keep on the look. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1, man. Let me get that and I'll close out with that. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He asked me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what we're coming into, man. The judgment of the world. And how do you measure the times? Through the prophecies. You look at the prophecies and see what's going on in the world, and you parallel them and see, yo, we here, man. We here, man. Waiting for the mark of the beast. Waiting for the economic collapse. You know what I mean? The racial division is there. The class divisions is there. The political division is there. Babylon is divided. How can a house divided stand? So this place is going down. Hey, man, this is like a math equation, man. You understand? And the variables are the prophecies, man. And you have to plug in the prophecies and see, yo, okay, we right here, man. Okay, we right here. We waiting for this. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, this is going to head in that direction. Russia is going to invade more of Europe. You know what I mean? Israel could attack Iran at any time according to prophecy. You know what I mean? More divisions is coming. America is on the cusp of civil war. You know what I mean? Pertaining to Matthew 24 chapter that correlates with that. Hey, so the prophecies are the variables in this math equation for the end times, man. Plain and simple. Hey, so with that, I want to say all praises be to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone rule well, and shalom to the elect brethren Akimada across the four winds, 4 corners of the globe. Shalom, Kwame Ashala.